Hello everyone! Si Teacher Jenny ulit at nandito naman ako para i-discuss sa inyo ang tungkol sa measuring quantities na topic natin for week 1 and week 2 ng second quarter for Mathematics 7. So ngayon ano nga ba yung measurement? So papadaliin lang natin to. So this measurement is a number that characterized an object or event which can be compared with other objects or events. So we use basic unit measure for length, time, weight or mass, electric current, volume, angles, temperature, and yung rate. Now, there are two systems of measures. So we have here the metric system or the international system of units and the English system. Kung mapapansin nyo, we have for the quantity, we have different, we have length, volume, mass, temperature, time, capacity, and then angle. And then we have here the metric units, and then we have here the English, okay? Or the units for the English system. Now, each unit of measure has its own use in any physical quantities. So, unahin muna natin yung length. So, ano nga ba pag sinabi nating length? So, when we say length, this describes how long a physical quantity is, kung gaano siya kahaba. So, the smallest unit for length is millimeter, and the biggest unit naman is kilometer. Now, we have the basic instrument used in measuring the length, and that is a ruler. Tama? So now let me show you this picture so that you have an idea how small a millimeter is. So kung meron tayong ruler, alam niyo naman na sa ruler meron yung inches. You're very familiar with that, lalo na yung mga bata. Familiar sila sa inches. Now, itong part na to, these are the inches, correct? So, isang ganito ay isang inch. Now, opposite to this, makikita natin yung centimeter. So, 1 centimeter, almost half of an inch. But, hindi half talaga. Now, almost lang. Okay? In centimeter, makikita natin, nasa naman yung millimeter. Kung ito ay centimeter, itong gantong kahaba, ano naman yung millimeter? So, sabi natin kanina, millimeter is the smallest unit sa length. And this is millimeter. Itong part na to lang. So, imagine how small a millimeter is. That's why, for us to have 1 centimeter, we need 10 millimeter. We need 10 of millimeters para magkaroon tayo ng isang sentimetro or centimeter. So, ganun kaliit si millimeter. Now, for meter stick naman, from the word itself, meter stick, this is usually used sa mga PE class, tama, to measure. So, 1 meter. 1 meter stick, 1 meter. Okay? So, ganun kalaki ang isang metro. Now, how about kilometer? So, kung taga silang kayo, silang Cavite, magiging familiar kayo with this one. So, itong part na to, ito ay dun sa, this part is the Nuestra Señora Candelaria, yung church natin sa Silang. And then this part is yung intersection doon sa may Premier Plaza. So kung mapapansin nyo, this is more than a kilometer daw. Kasi nilakad mo 14 minutes, so that's more than kilometer. So ganun kalaki yung isang kilometro. Ayan, mas malaki pa sa isang kilometro. Then how many meters or meter stick ang kailangan natin to sukat yung isang kilometro? We need 1,000 of meter. 1,000 meter stick for you to be able to measure yung 1 kilometer. But that meter stick or yung 1,000 meter stick na yon ay napakadami. That's why we are using this odometer for us to measure kilometer. Now, how to convert ang ating metric muna tayo sa metric system. So, sa metric, yun yung mga kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and then millimeter. Okay? Now, we have here, we need to convert 3 kilometer to meter. So, this is metric, ha? So, we have, let's write 3 first. So, I have your 3, whole number 3. This is in kilometer, and I need to make it meter. Now, I have here my kilometer. The only thing I need to do is just to count from kilometer to meter. And that's 1, 2, 3 steps going to meter. Now, I have here a whole number 3. At ngayon, ang kanyang decimal point kapag whole number ay nasa dulo. Tama? Dito. Now, I need to move 3 times as well. So, I have 1, 2, 3. Same thing dun sa ginawa ko sa taas. So, I have now 0 dun sa mga space na tira at ito yung decimal point ko. So, meaning I have a whole number of 3,000. Therefore, 3 kilometer is equal to 3,000 meter. Okay? So, actually, we have formulas for this. Pero, medyo nahihirapan yung mga bata. So, this is a very easy way para malaman nila how to convert. Okay? Next, another example. What if I need to convert 560,000 centimeter to kilometer? So this is centimeter going to kilometer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps naman this time, but going to the left. Okay? So I have here my decimal point. Since this is a whole number, let's move 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So naging ano siya? 5.6, and then we have there 0, 0, 0, 0. At kapag ka ang mga zeros ay nasa after decimal point, tas nasa pinakadulo na sila, eliminate na natin lahat yan. So meaning to say, we have 560,000 centimeter is equal to 5.6 kilometer. Okay? Now, let's have this word problem naman. So, the length of a rectangular lot is 12 meter, and then the width is 550 centimeter. So, we need to find the perimeter and the area. Ulit, meron the rectangular lot which has the 12 meter and then width of 550 centimeters. So, we need to find the perimeter and then the area. Now, the first thing you need to do here is make sure na ang given natin ay merong parehong unit. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang length niya ay 12 meter, nasa meter. And then, yung width niya ay nasa centimeter. So, we need to change 1. And then, let's try to change the 550. Now, we have 550, that's centimeter. Let's make this centimeter meter din para pareho sila ni 12. Okay? So, from centimeter going to meter, I have 1, 2 steps going to the left. And then I have here the decimal point for my 550. 2 times 1, 2. Meaning to say that's 5.50. O, nasa dulo na naman si 0. Wala na siyang katabing ibang number sa kanan. So, eliminate. We have 5.5 meter for our width. So, our new given, we have the length is 12 meters and then width of 5.5 meter. Now, let's have the illustration of this rectangular lot. Di ba pag sinabi nating length, ayan yung longer side, and that's 12. Let's see. And in the width, we have 5.5. To get the perimeter, we're getting the sum of all sides. Sum ng lahat ng yan. So, pwedeng i-add nyo na lang yan lahat, and that's the perimeter. But using the formula, we have 2L plus 2W, which yung ating L is the length and W is the width. Bakit 2L? Kasi may dalawang width tayo, kaya ita-times natin sa 2 yung length. Bakit 2W? Kasi may dalawang width tayo, so ita-times natin sa 2 yung width. So, we have dalawang L, or dalawang 12, i-add sa dalawang 5.5, so 24 plus 11. So we have 35 meters for perimeter, or you can just simply add all these sides. Next, we're done with perimeter, same given, length and width, and our figure. Now, let's try to get the area. Pag area naman, di ba, we're getting the product of the length and the width. We're talking about the rectangle, correct? So, meaning to say the length is 12 and then the width is 5.5, meaning to say our area is 66 meter square or 66 square meter. So, sabi ng mga bata ko, bakit po may 2 sa taas na? Meter lang yan kanina. So, when we multiply units, kagaya niyan, 12 meter and 5.5 meter, parang silang meter. When you multiply that, that's square meter na. Parang m times m din, which is m squared. So, pag nag-multiply ka ng m times m times m, so that's cubic meter na. Tatlong m na. Okay? So, that is the area. Now, we're done with metric. Yung moving from other unit going to the other unit, nagmo-move lang tayo ng decimal point. But this time, we have the English naman. English system, yun yung mga inch, mga foot, mga yard, mile, and so on and so forth. So, the only thing we need to do here is, given yung table, so may copy naman kayo ng table sa modules nyo, at ang ituturo ko lang, kung paano nyo gagawin. Okay? Tingnan nyo lang muna yung kopya nyo dun sa module nyo. So, if we're gonna have here an inch, and we want to convert this to centimeter, the only thing we need to do is just to multiply the given inch to 2.54. And that will give you the answer or the equal measurement in centimeter. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron ako dito 2 inch, I want to convert it to centimeter, I'll just need to multiply that to 2.54. Same thing with other givens here. If I want to convert foot to centimeter, I just need to multiply it to 30.5. Yard to meter, 0.914. And then yard to centimeter, I just need to multiply the given yard to 91.4. Yard to kilometer, I just need to multiply the given yard to 1.61. Same thing with these units. Okay, kung gusto niyo naman pupunta sa kabila. Now let's have an example for this. So what is 4.2 inches in centimeters? So the given is inches or inch, and then we're going to convert it to centimeters. So I have here the inch, and then I need to convert it to centimeter, this one. The only thing I need to do is just to multiply by 2.54. So let's have 4.2 multiply by 2.54. So dito nalilito yung mga bata. Ma'am, wala namang operation sa gitna, di ba? Remember that if you can see any operation in between, but you saw this parenthesis here, so mean to say that's multiplication, okay? So we have 4.2 multiplied to 2.54, and that will give 10.67 centimeters. So therefore, ang ating 4.2 inches, that is equal to 10.67 centimeter. Okay? Next example. How about 10.5 meter naman in yards? So I have here my meter. I need to convert daw sa yards. So I just need to multiply to 1.1. Okay, so meaning to say I have 10.5 multiply to 1.1, and that will give an answer of 11.55 yards. Basic, diba? Madali lang. So you just need to multiply. Look on the table and then multiply. Therefore, ang ating 10.5 meter, that is equal to 11.55 yards. Next, this word problem. 3 yards of ribbon will be cut into 7 equal pieces. Ulit, meron daw 3 yarda ng ribbon, and that will be like cut into 7 na equal na pieces. So the question is, how long in centimeter is each piece? So yards yung given, but they are looking for centimeters. So meaning to say, the first thing that we need to do, since the given unit is different from the unit that is being asked, so meaning to say we need to convert this yard to centimeter first. So this 3 yards, yard to centimeter. So we have this one. You just need to multiply to 91.4. Correct? So meaning to say we have 3 yards multiplied to 91.4. That will give an answer of 274.2 centimeter na. Kasi kinonvert natin to centimeter. So we have now a ribbon na ang measurement ay 274.2 centimeter. Now, is this the final answer? Not yet, kasi ang tanong is, how long in centimeters is each piece? Ang isang piraso daw. Eh, they cut it into 7 equal pieces. So, meaning to say, this 274.2, we need to divide it to 7, okay, to get the equal piece. So, we have 39.17 centimeter ang isang peraso ng ribbon na ginupit. Okay? Next. We're done with length. Let's move naman sa volume and capacity. Ano ba pinagkaiba ng volume and capacity? Okay, when we say capacity, kung gaano kadami yung kaya niyang i-hold. So I have here, the capacity of this is 100 millimeter. Okay? And the volume is still 100 millimeter. But let's take a look at this figure. When we say capacity, gaano ba kadami yung kaya niyang hawakan? Same, 100 ml yung kaya niyang hawakan, no? But the volume is 60 ml only. That's the volume. Kung anong given. Look at this one. This is just like the same with the other table earlier na ginamit natin for length. But meron pa konting pagkakaiba. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron na mga cubic na nadagdag tayo sa taas. Cubic kilometer, cubic meter, and then may 3 na dun sa mga unit natin, shortcut na unit, no? Meron na tayong cube sa taas. Now, let's try to have this 8 cubic millimeter, I mean, 8 cubic meter convert to cubic millimeter. Okay, so given the whole number 8, let's see. So from cubic meter, we need to go to cubic millimeter. So we have 1, 2, 3 steps. Now, is that our final step? 3 din ba yung i-move natin na decimal point? No, not yet. So, we need to multiply that to 3 kasi cubic. Kasi may mga cube na. We're looking for volume na. Givens are cube. So, meaning to say, we need to multiply that step to 3 bago tayo mag-move. So, again, we have 3 steps going to cubic millimeter and then multiply again to 3. So, 3 times 3, that's 9. So, ang step natin ay dapat 9 steps. Okay? Whole number 8, decimal point is here. Let's move 9 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then let's add zeros. Okay. So, decimal point nasa dulo. So, we have 8 billion. 8 billion cubic millimeter. So, therefore, 8 cubic meter is equal to 8 billion cubic millimeter. Now, di ba we discussed scientific notation before. So, kung tamad kayong maglagay ng zeros dyan at tamad kayong mag-move, since nalaman nyo ng 9 move from the, 9 move going to the right, tapos may significant figure na na 8, so pwede na ang sagot nyo ay 8 times 10 raised to 9 cubic millimeter. Okay, kung tamad kayong maglalagay dyan ng zero, so that's fine. That's just the same. Okay, so pareho silang tama. Now next, I have here 120,000. So that is cubic centimeter going to cubic meter. So at yun, cubic centimeter going to cubic meter. So let's try 1, 2. 2 moves. Yun na ba yung final move? Not yet. We need to multiply to 3 since this is volume. So 2 times 3, we need to have 6 moves. 3 times 2, that's 6. Now, I have here the decimal point at the end of this whole number. So, let's move going to the left. Kasi pa-left yung move natin kanina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, meaning to say our final answer, 120,000 cubic centimeter is equal to 0.12 cubic meter. Okay? So, what if we have this? The cubic meter, may hectoliter na, decaliter, cubic deciliter, centiliter, milliliter. Okay, so the only thing you need to do given this table is just simply multiply, just like what we did in the English system of our length. So we have we need to convert 113.4 cup, 113.4 cubic centimeter to liter. I have here the cubic centimeter to liter. The only thing I need to do is just to multiply to 0.001. So given na 113.4, I just need to multiply to 0.001. And the final answer would be 0.1134 liters. Next, English system for our volume. I have here teaspoon, tablespoon, fluid ounce, cup, pint, quart, and then gallon. So how many liters is 16 cups of milk? Given I 16 cups, then they are asking for liters. It's asking for liters given 16 cups. So I mean to say cups to liter, we need to multiply to 0.28. So 16 times 0.28, that will give us the answer of 4.48 liters. Now, how about for mass? Sa mass naman, this is a measure of amount of matter in a substance or an object. So the basic unit then for mass is a kilogram, and but the smaller masses may be measured in grams. So for great amount of mass, the unit of measure is ton. Sobrang laki na or sobrang bigat. Now, just like our metric unit or metric system for length, we have here for mass, but this time instead of kilometer, hectometer, we have kilograms, hectograms. We use the word grams instead of meter. Correct? So we have kilograms, hectograms, decagram, grams, decigrams, centigrams, and then milligrams. Okay? Same thing. Convert 2,250. I have here 2,250 mg or milligrams to grams. So here is my milligram going to grams. So that is 3 steps, correct? So whole number, ito yung ating decimal point going to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then we have 2.250. Nasa dulo si 0, so disregard. We have the final answer of 2.25 grams. Therefore, 2,250 milligram is equal to 2.25 grams. Next, what if I have 3 grams to kilogram? Okay, so I have 3 from grams going to kilograms. So I have 1, 2, 3 steps going to the left. So, masasabi niyo, ma'am, ba't di mo minultiply sa 3 kagaya kanina? Kasi hindi naman to volume. We're not talking about volume. Wala na mga cubic. So, meaning to say, 3 steps going to kilograms. So, we need to have this, 3 steps also going to the left. So we have 1, 2, 3. Let's put 0, 0 there. The point is there. So we have the final answer of 3 grams is equal to 0.003 kilogram. Now, we have here metric ton naman. Ang metric ton naman, gano'n siya kabigat? Imagine, 1,000 kilogram is equal to 1 metric ton. Or 1 million grams is equal to 1 metric ton. Ganun siya kabigat. So, let's have this problem. In your village daw, the garbage collector collects 980 kilograms of garbage every day. Nangongolect daw sila ng 180 kilograms every day. Now, how many metric ton of garbage in a day can they collect? Sa isang araw daw, ilan daw yung nakokolekta nila in ton or metric ton? So, we have from kilogram, we need to convert it to metric ton. So, papunta tayo doon. Hindi na tayo magmumultiply. So, this time, we need to divide. Okay? Smaller going to bigger units. So, we need to do division. So, we have a solution na given on 180, you need to divide it to 1,000. Kasi ang 1 metric ton is equal to 1,000 kilogram. So, pag ano na tayo, hindi na tayo pag ganito na kagaya kanina, that's why you multiply. So, we need to divide naman. Small unit going to the bigger unit, so that will be division. So, 980 divided by 1,000, that will give us 0.98 metric tons. Meaning to say, in our village, they collect 0.98 metric tons every day. Okay? Next, we're done with our mass. So, let's move with temperature. So, pag sinabi naman natin temperature, it refers to the hotness or coldness of an object. Now, the instrument we use to determine the temperature is a thermometer, correct? So, we have the measurement for this, a Kelvin, letter K, degrees Celsius, and degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we have these different formulas para ma-convert natin yung isang unit na yun papunta sa isang unit. So, let's have the Fahrenheit to Celsius. So, meaning to say, pag nandito si degree Celsius, siya yung hinahanap natin, given si Fahrenheit. So, we can use this formula or this one. Okay? Bibigyan kayo niya ng parehong sagot. And then, if we're gonna have the, we're looking for the Fahrenheit given the Celsius, we need to use these formulas. Now, Celsius to Kelvin, we just need to use this formula. Okay? Now, the only thing that you need to remember in conversion is you need to do first what's inside the parentheses. Okay? Parentheses first, and then you're gonna follow the PEMDAS. So that's very important for this. Okay, let's have an example. We need to convert 24 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So ang formula natin, kasi given sa Celsius, we're looking for Fahrenheit. Yun yung hinahanap natin. So nasa gilid si F. So degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 over 5 multiplied to the degree Celsius na given plus 32. Or we can use the other formula which is 1.8 multiply muna kay degree Celsius na given plus 30. Okay, so let's use this one, the one without fraction moon. So let's substitute. copy the 0 degree Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8. Ang ating degree Celsius, babaguhin natin siya. So, sa given na si 24. Okay, plus 32. Now, what is the first thing that you need to do? Do you need to add this first? No, you need to multiply this first. PEMDAS. Una ang multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. So, we need to multiply first before we add. So, 1.8 multiplied by 24, and that will give us 43.2. And then that's the only time we can add it to 32. And the final answer is for our degree Fahrenheit, we have 75.2. Therefore, our 24 degrees Celsius is equal to 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this one. The recipe for a certain cake to be baked in an oven calls for a 475 degree Fahrenheit temperature. Now, if your oven is set in degrees Celsius, what should be your temperature setting? So, sabi yung ay it calls for a 475 degree Fahrenheit for a certain cake to be baked. But yung oven mo ay nakaset siya sa in degrees Celsius. So, meaning to say this Fahrenheit, i-convert natin siya sa Celsius. Okay, so we have the formula in getting Celsius given the Fahrenheit. Okay, so let's use the second again. So we have degree Celsius is equal to 0.56 multiplied by the quantity of degree Fahrenheit minus 32. So substitute muna natin. So si degree Fahrenheit, ipapalitan lang natin ang given na 475. Now, in this equation, anong una natin gagawin? Yung nasa loob muna ng parenthesis, okay, which is 475 minus 32, and that will give us an answer of 443. This is the only time that you can multiply to 0.56. So the final answer is 248.08 degree Celsius. Therefore, ang ating 475 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 248.08 degree Celsius. So let's have this time. Time naman tayo. So this table shows the unit of time. Again, the thing that we need to remember in this is, kunyari may kopya na tayo nito. So we have 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Alam naman natin yon. 60 minutes is a 1 hour. Sa isang araw, meron tayong 24 hours. Meron tayong 12 months sa isang taon or 1 year. And 365 days sa isang taon. So 366 days if 1 leap year. And then 10 years ay isang dekada yan, 1 decade. 20 years yun, 1 score yung tawag natin. 100 years, that's 1 century. And then 1,000 years, it's 1 millennium. Okay? So we need to remember lagi na if we will convert na galing sa maliit, small unit to bigger unit, you need to divide. But if you will convert from bigger unit papunta sa smaller unit, you need to multiply. Okay? So we have here, Joy recorded a song for 140 minutes. How many hours did she spend in recording the song? Meron siya 140 minutes. Ang tanong ay ilang oras ba yon? So minutes to hours, meaning to say that is small yung minute, di ba? That's smaller than hour. So minutes smaller going to the big unit, so that is division. Okay, so we have the table here. So ang minutes ay 60 minutes is equal to an hour, and we need to convert 140, so we need to divide to 60. So then we have 140 yung given natin na minutes. I-divide natin siya sa 60 kasi ito yung 60. I mean minutes and hours. So divided by 60. So that's 2.33 hours. Next naman is we have angle. So kung mapapansin nyo, ano ba yung angle? Ang angle ay ganito yung itsura. So we have here two rays. Ayan, yung ray number 1 natin at saka yung ray number 2. Pag sinabi nating ray, that's it has one endpoint and is meron siyang isang side na nagko-continue. So, yan yon dalawang rays. And then, yan yung natawag nating side of the angle. Okay? Or sides of the angle. Now, ito namang gitna or yung intersection nila, that's what we call the vertex. Okay? That's angle. Now, given this figure, kung mapapansin nyo, we have different letters there. And we have here the protractor. Ito yung minemeasure yung angle. Okay? Kung gaano siya kabuka. Now, if you're going to have this part, kung paganto kayo, Ito yon, because start with 0. Pero pag ganito naman, dito kayo titingin sa taas. Okay, ito yung start ng 0. Okay, so let's have an example. So I have here angle FAE. Ayan. Yan. So start from 0. Ayan si FAE. So 0, eto nagla yung 0 dito. Bilang tayo papunta doon. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So mean to say 40 degrees yung ating angle FAE. Anong tawag natin dyan? That's what we call the acute angle. Ano ba ang acute angle? When we say acute angle, these are the angles that measure less than 90 degree. Okay, maliit yung measurement from 90 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, itong 40, mas maliit siya sa 90. So, meaning to say that's acute angle. Okay? What if my measurement is like this? I have B, A, E. Okay? So, yun yung aking angle. Yung isang side naglay siya sa 0, eto. Ito yung 0. So, dito tayo magka-count. So, from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Nag-end siya daw. So, ibig sabihin, BAE or angle BAE is equal to 140 degrees. Paano naman pag na more than 90 degrees? So, hindi na siya acute angle. Ang tawag dyan ay obtuse angle naman. So, if an angle has a measurement of more than 90 degrees, mas malakas sa 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees, so that's what we call the obtuse angle or obtuse angle. Now, what if may angle is angle DAF? Angle DAF. Kung mapapansin nyo sa naglay sa 0, eto, dito 0. So, ang bilang natin pag ganun, so that is 90 degrees. That's exactly 90 degrees. Tama? Pag naman ang angle is exactly 90 degrees, that's what we call the right angle. Okay? So, last one, we have the rate. After angle, we have the rate naman. Rate is a ratio of two different quantities, and among these ratios are speed, which is the ratio between the distance and the time. Water consumption is the ratio of the price per cubic meter, and many more. So let's have an example for this. Sa rate natin, what is the speed of a car if it travels 100 kilometer in 2 hours? Diba ang rate ng speed, so we have speed ay equal lagi sa distance over time. Diba? Speed is equal to distance over time. That's rate or yung ratio. Yung speed natin, ang ratio niya ay distance over time. Okay? So we have a solution. The ratio between the distance and the time is the speed. So we have 100 yung ating distance. Ito siya. Over ilang oras or ano yung time? 2 hours. So 100 divided by 2. So that's 55. Meaning to say the speed is the speed is 55 kilometers per hour. Or masusulat natin siya na 55 kph. That's all. Thank you very much.